The ultimatum and the final choice. The tension in the room was unbearable. My breath came in shallow, uneven gasps as I looked up at Stanley, standing across from me, his figure towering and commanding. Every inch of space between us felt like a chasm I couldn't cross, but I couldn't run anymore. I couldn't escape. "You're so much better at hiding than I ever thought." Stanley's voice was cold now, cutting through the air with a sharpness that left me reeling. His words tasted bitter in my mouth, like acid eating away at the walls of everything we had built. He stepped closer, the scent of his cologne, the familiar, comforting tobacco leather blend, now felt like poison, suffocating me. It wasn't the same anymore. His presence, once a source of warmth and security, was now a cage. "Do you even understand what you've done?" His voice cracked, just barely. I could hear the rawness, the hurt underneath the rage. It was a sound I'd never imagined coming from him. I swallowed, heart hammering. I should say something. I should apologize, or beg, or something. But the words were tangled in my throat, choking me. The shame of what I'd done settled like lead in my stomach, heavy and unshakable. "You," he inhaled sharply, as if steadying himself. "You think this is just something we can walk away from? That I can just forgive you?" I shook my head, the weight of his question sinking into me like stone. "I didn't think," I started, but my voice faltered. What was I even trying to say? How could I explain everything I'd done? The affair wasn't just a mistake, it was a breaking of everything I had held dear. The guilt wrapped around me like a suffocating blanket, tight and unbearable. He wasn't finished. He pressed on, his tone rising with every word. "I've given you everything. All of it. My trust. My love. And you," his hands curled into fists at his sides, the tension in his body almost palpable, like a storm gathering strength. The air between us was thick with anger, sorrow, and something else, the sting of betrayal, like a burning sensation that wouldn't go away. I reached out, but he took a step back, putting distance between us. The space between us felt like an abyss. My fingers, once so familiar with his skin, now ached with the emptiness of not being able to touch him. He moved again, circling me like a predator. Every step was deliberate, and I felt each one in the pit of my stomach. "What do you expect from me, Sylvia?" he asked, his voice low now, but thick with emotion. "That I'll forgive you and forget this? That we'll just pretend none of this ever happened?" I wanted to scream at him, to tell him that it wasn't like that, that I hadn't meant for any of it to happen. But the words felt hollow, meaningless. The pain of my own betrayal reverberated through me, deafening. "What do you want me to do?" I finally whispered, feeling the weight of every mistake, every moment of weakness. His eyes flickered with something darker than I had ever seen. For a moment, I could feel the anger and hurt shift, replaced by something colder, calculating. It was like a switch had flipped inside him, and I realized with a jolt he was in control now. "I've made a decision," Stanley said, his voice dangerously calm. "You can choose." He paused, making sure I understood. The silence was heavy now, thick with finality. I wanted to speak, to beg for more time, but I couldn't. My body felt numb. My heart ached. The weight of the situation was too much. Stanley reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out an envelope, the edges sharp and crisp in his hand. The smell of paper and ink filled the air, a stark contrast to the weight of everything else. He held it out to me. "This is what you have left. It's your choice, Sylvia." I glanced down at the envelope in his hand. The paper was crisp, cold under my fingertips, and the very idea of touching it made my skin crawl. "What is it?" I barely managed to ask, my voice trembling. "A divorce agreement," he said simply. "And a USB drive. If you walk away, sign it, and I'll keep this between us. But if you try to fight me, if you try to deny what you've done, this video, he nodded toward the TV in the background, the cold, impersonal machine now a symbol of my shame, goes to the authorities. No more lies. No more games. I looked down at the envelope, the decision burning through me like fire. It felt like everything I had built, everything I had known, was about to shatter beyond repair. I could feel the tremble in my hands as I reached out and took the envelope from him. The weight of it was like lead, and the air in the room felt thinner, like I couldn't breathe properly. Stanley's gaze was unyielding, his eyes cold. "The choice is yours," he said, his voice now almost a whisper, but the finality in it rang in my ears, loud and clear. I looked down at the papers. The reality of it hit me. The sound of my pulse thundered in my ears, drowning out all rational thought. I was cornered. I could feel the betrayal in every cell of my body, aching and relentless. Stanley was right, there was no walking away from this. There was no fixing it. My world was crumbling. And I had no choice but to watch it fall.